Sorry, this is really bad. See if I can get it back over. I'm gonna take it out again. So I just typed my by I guess cream is currently, and I'm really like this one so far. I've but this is a little bit more lighthearted than her other ones. Like, what is on the so they're all like children's and middle grade books that she usually writes, but a lot of had her mom and okay, we're back. You know, like her mom leaves and everything, like abandons them. Then like the Tiger Rising, the Dead. Um, the Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. Um, there's like child death in that one. Rainy Nightingale. This one, a dad abandons the family that time. And so far, I've read, because I'm going to Dixie, The Tiger Rising, The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane, Bring Me Nightingale, and The Tale of Despereaux. Um, I didn't hate The Tale of Despereaux, I just didn't like it as much as the other ones. But I'll give it a reread at some point. This was like a reread the last time I read it, and it just wasn't a favorite. I would read it again, just it wouldn't be like top on my list. But so far, this one, like I said, I'm liking this one. It kind of feels like the middle grade version of like when I was reading John Green books, because you had more um, serious stuff like The Fault in Our Stars, with dealt with cancer, and um, Looking for Alaska got kind of heavy, especially towards the end. I would say it was probably a few lessons in Paper Town. Paper Town was a little bit more lighthearted than those other ones, but it still has some important things to say. Turtles All the Way Down. There was, a parent that was lost, and she suffered from anxiety, and there was a lot of other things going on. And then there was An Abundance of Catherines, um, which was probably the most lighthearted and probably the shortest of his books. Right? There's no one dies, keeps getting dumped by these girls named Catherine, which I guess you can say that's kind of sad, yeah. But it's obviously different in tone than some of the other ones. That's kind of how I feel about this one. I haven't made it all the way through, so I don't know if anything sad does happen in this one. Um, her parents are divorced, right? Like, I'm reading this book, I can't remember, but yeah. But just nobody's like really sad about anything like that. So, like, both parents are alive. They're pretty much convinced, or she is convinced, that this girl is, a superhero. So, yeah, I'm liking that one. It's got an interesting plot to it. I've been editing the children's book that I'm working on. I'm also reading Woman Hollering Creek. These are short stories. Sometimes I have to kind of go back and reread them a little bit, just because they're like really short, and sometimes I feel like I miss things. But this is from the same woman. author who wrote The House on Mango Street, which I really liked. I like that like vignette style. I don't read a lot of things like that, and I really, really enjoyed that one. I believe her name is Sandra Cisneros. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I think I've only heard it once or twice. No, Cisneros. Okay, I think that's how you say it. And I'm not sure if it's Sandra or Sandra. Like I said, I think I've heard it a couple of times, but definitely gonna have to look that up again. But because I love The House on Mango Street, um, which I want to read again at some point, just because I love that style, and just the character voice in that one. I found this at a little library. I found this one. I found these both at the same little library. Through, you can see where my receipt, aka bookmark is. Yeah. Because, I'm usually tired, and it takes a little longer for me to get through print, but I am so glad that I'm just at a point where I can sit down and read books again. Not that there's anything wrong with ebooks or audiobooks. I love it all. I have like a Kindle app on my phone. I have a Nook app. Somewhere in storage I have my actual Nook. I have Libby and Hoopla, and I read ebooks, and audiobooks, but I gotta miss just sitting down with an actual book. And that's Kate DiCamillo, if I didn't say that earlier. I'm reading other things too, but these are like physical books that I can show you guys that I'm reading right now. Maybe tomorrow I'll fill you in about how things went, how the interview went. Gonna go to an interview, and then there's like open interviews at another place, so I'm gonna try that too. But yeah, hoping to get these. But getting back to what I was saying, yeah, I'm editing my children's book. I'm still writing it, but I'm editing as I go. Taking out things that don't need to be there, adding quotation marks, all that other stuff, there's so much you can do, but there's also not a lot you can do, because obviously I would like to write like a middle grade novel and everything. This is how many pages. This is an excerpt right here. Let me to the actual last one. So it's 230 pages. So maybe about 30 pages longer than like a Goosebumps book is. And like this one here this isn't a children's story book, but wasn't smaller than this. So I've written a lot of short stories, and I want to finish an actual novel. But I'm working on my children's book. I might work on another children's book too, to possibly send to an actual publisher. Let me check my eggs real quick. The other books I'm working on right now, like my Jackalope book, I'm going to self-publish on KDP, and the Barnes & Noble, slips my mind what it's called, but yeah, I'll put it on Ko-fi and Lulu and KDP, which is, Amazon, and Barnes & Noble. That is, what my plans are for my writing. I'm still at the beginning stages of my Jackalope story. I got a few thousand words in, but I'm doing multiple projects here, so. But most likely, that's just gonna stay with self-publishing. working on bits by bits, and once I get more stuff, get like a table and everything, I want to work on my zines, or just on small zines. I had plans for like a big one with one of those report folders, that you put reports in, obviously. The ones you used to use in school, I've seen out of those with like sleeve protectors and stuff. But I think for now I'm gonna probably work on like a smaller, maybe like poetry one. I wanted to do like maybe 1-page haiku, 1-page limerick. I was thinking that or just mixing it up, but I think that might be a fun challenge to do. I think it's late and nobody's coming on. But that's okay, we shall wait and wait and wait and wait. Oh, on Popcorn and Earbuds, Nate is uploading his top 5 favorite video games. So hopefully by tomorrow that'll be up, because we're trying to put more content on that one. Well, I think I'll end this here. Anyways, and tell me what's going on with you. Bye-bye, everyone.